Hello and welcome to another edition of News Showcase. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. The Ram temple in Ayodhya town has been officially unveiled with worship and rituals performed for the idol of Hindu god Ram. The ceremony is called Pran Pratishta, which means the establishment of sacred life into the idol. The temple was inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in a grand event, which was live-streamed and watched by millions on live television. The event follows months of hectic construction, and Prime Minister Modi has described the temple as a major achievement. Thousands of others descended on Ayodhya to celebrate the event. According to reports, about 7,000 official guests took part in the event. Built at a cost of 1,800 crore rupees, the pink sandstone temple fills a 70-acre complex and stretches across an area of 7.2 hectares. A long lineup of Indian celebrities, never seen before at a single event, took part in the temple inauguration. Many of them from the glittering world of cinema included Tamil actor Rajinikanth and Dhanush. Other South Indian stars, Ram Charan and Chiranjeevi, also descended on the town with their families. One of India's best-known film stars, Amitabh Bachchan, was also present, along with his colleagues from Bollywood. Abhishek Bachchan, Vicky Kaushal, Katrina Kaif, Ranbir Kapoor, Alia Bhatt, Ayushmann Khurrana and Madhuri Dixit were also among the guests. Top Indian cricketer Sachin Tendulkar was spotted at Ayodhya, and India's most prominent business leader Mukesh Ambani also took part at events in Ayodhya. Ayodhya town is under a multi-layer security cover with 10,000 CCTV cameras and drones with artificial intelligence tools to watch the movement of people. Barbed wire barriers have been positioned at intersections, and teams from the Disaster Response Force, trained to deal with a nuclear or chemical attack, have been deployed around the town. Snipers have also taken up positions on rooftops and at important locations, backed by police in plain clothes and specialists from spy services, the Intelligence Bureau and the Research and Analysis Wing. At the height of the event, thousands of people are expected to be present, including celebrities, leaders, foreign dignitaries, and prominent people from all walks of life. Events surrounding the inauguration of Ram Temple in Ayodhya were witnessed by the Indian diaspora in the US, UK, and Australia. The opening events were live-streamed on giant screens set up at public locations. Reports said the celebrations were lined up all the way from New York Times Square to Boston, as well as in Washington, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. The Indians also distributed sweets to mark the event and chanted religious slogans. The events garnered international attention, with political leaders and lawmakers from around the world extending their wishes on the inauguration of the temple. The international media also reported extensively about events in the run-up to the official opening of the temple. India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said the Tamil Nadu government disrupted plans to live-stream the Ram temple inauguration in parts of the state. The state government has denied the allegations and said it did not deny permission. The minister's comments came as the Supreme Court heard the issue and urged the Tamil Nadu government to consider applications for permission to screen the events at public places. The BJP has alleged that authorities removed large screens that were assembled in the state to show events at Ayodhya in real time. The government denied the allegations and said it was an effort to divert attention from the governing DMK party's youth conference in the western city of Salem.
I challenge the DMK government that it is infringing on my right to worship as a Hindu. It is infringing on my right to worship from watching what is happening in Ayodhya. It's a clear violation of my right, of every Hindu's right, and that is what is playing out even here.
11 convicted rapists who were freed by the government of Gujarat have returned to prison after the Supreme Court said their release was illegal. They were given life sentences for raping Bilkis Bano and killing members of her family during the riots in Gujarat in 2002. They surrendered at a jail in Panchmahal district after the court rejected their appeal seeking more time to turn themselves in. Earlier this month, the Supreme Court ruled the government was not competent to order their release and questioned why other prisoners were not considered under similar options. The government used an outdated law to justify the release of the 11 convicts in 2022. Sony Group Corporation has officially called off its $10 billion deal with Zee Entertainment Enterprises, which brings to an end 2 years of efforts to merge Sony's Indian unit with Zee. No official reason was given for the collapse, but reports said talks got stuck over who should head the new company. Zee is said to have proposed CEO Punit Goenka, but Sony disagreed as he was under investigation by Indian authorities. Observers point out that the deal was important for both sides, as Disney's Indian businesses plan to merge with the media assets of billionaire Mukesh Ambani of the Reliance Group. Zee is also struggling to make profits as streaming giants Netflix and Amazon compete to increase their market share. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis quit the 2024 presidential race and endorsed Donald Trump, the Republican frontrunner for the White House job. He pulled out ahead of the Republican primary election in New Hampshire, where his ratings were in single digits. In a video on social media, DeSantis said it had become clear that a majority of Republican voters want to give Trump another chance. Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley is the only one left in the race, and she will face Trump in the New Hampshire caucus on Tuesday, the second state to pick a Republican nominee. Haley said she was the only one capable of beating U.S. President Joe Biden in the polls in November. About 90 deaths have been reported across the U.S. after ferocious winter storms hit the country in the past week. At least 25 people died in Tennessee and 16 in Oregon, which remains under a state of emergency after severe ice storms. Tens of thousands of homes remain without power across wide areas of the country. Freezing conditions are expected to continue until the middle of the week. While the death toll has been the worst in Tennessee and Oregon, fatalities have also been reported in Illinois, Pennsylvania, Mississippi, Washington, Kentucky, Wisconsin, New York, and New Jersey. In Portland, Oregon, 3 people were electrocuted after a power line fell on a vehicle in which they were traveling. The Hamas organization, which runs Gaza, has put the latest death figure at 25,000, where Israel has been conducting a military offensive since October. It said about 178 people were killed in the operations within 24 hours and said it was one of the worst days in the conflict so far. On Saturday, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu rejected the call for a Palestinian state alongside Israel, pushed by the U.S. The White House has said the U.S. and Israel clearly see things differently when it comes to a two-state solution. Israel's air and ground operations are currently focusing on southern Gaza, where it believes top Hamas leaders are hiding in a maze of tunnels in the city of Khan Yunis. The U.S. military has said 2 Navy SEALs are presumed dead after they went missing during an operation to seize weapons bound for the rebels in Yemen. The operation took place 2 weeks ago when the commandos engaged a ship off the coast of Somalia. According to media reports, one was swept away and the second jumped in according to protocols. U.S. Central Command announced a search for their bodies are underway, as the head of the command said their sacrifice will be honored forever. Reports said the Air Force and the navies of Japan and Spain have joined the search with the help of oceanographers and meteorologists. Navy SEALs are known for their high success rate of their missions, which are mostly secretive, fast, and precise. Thank you for watching. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. Do tune in, same time tomorrow, for a roundup of the latest news and updates in India and around the world.